Keema samosa cones. Hello and welcome to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana, and this is Chef Saurabh, and today I have a very common recipe for you, but again, as always I do, some twist to it, some difference to it. So the world's most favorite Indian thing is samosa. So now what we are going to do with samosa is, you're going to see today, it's called samosa cones. So I'm going to use lamb keema for that, so we can call it lamb samosa cones. So this is the dish we are going to make today. So now this idea of samosa cones came to me. We normally have this samosa everywhere, and a lot of people make at home, and internationally it's very famous. So what I thought, to give you a recipe with some difference to it, and people would appreciate once you have done this recipe, and you're going to be applauded for that. So let's do this recipe now. To make keema samosa cones, we need lamb mince, chopped onion, chopped tomatoes, chopped green chilies, chopped coriander, ginger garlic paste, cumin seeds, carom seeds, ajwain, garam masala, red chili powder, turmeric powder, cumin powder, coriander powder, refined flour, some potatoes, and oil to fry, some clarified butter. So now to make this keema samosa cones, we have two parts to it. One, we have to prepare the keema for stuffing inside these samosa shells. So first we'll start with the keema because it will take a lot of time to get tender. So then we'll make the samosa dough. So for keema, I'm using here some clarified butter, just a spoon of that. Don't add too much of oil in making the keema, because if we'll add too much of oil, then while we are doing the stuffing, the oil will soften up this shell. So minimum oil or fat or ghee, anything you want. Then we'll add these cumin seeds. Once they start crackling, we'll add this ginger garlic paste. And along with the ginger garlic paste, you can add chopped onions. I'm using this pressure cooker as a pan because what we'll do once our mixture is fully cooked, we will pressure cooker it for some time, so as to the time to cook the mince of the lamb is less. Now, normally people would add a lot of different condiments to the keema masala. To make it simple, we have this cumin, and then we'll use the garam masala, which we all have at home. So that will give the flavor to this, and the mildness will also be there. So if we use too much of condiments, there could be more of flavors bursting out, but we'll keep it mild. So this is our onion. So this is a dish. We will use onion not too brown, but just translucent, and tomatoes. So as we normally eat in samosas, the mixture, potato mixture, it has a lot of fresh ingredients like onion, potato, tomato, different herbs. So we will not cook these herbs and the vegetables for a long time. As my onion is now translucent, so I'll add these tomatoes in this. Immediately after tomatoes, you add this garam masala. Around 2 teaspoons I've added. Some turmeric, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, depends on you. If you want to be more spicy, you can add more. Then we have this amazing spice, coriander powder, 2 teaspoons, some salt, these green chilies inside, and half of coriander. So half of the coriander we'll use as a fresh herb when we are mixing up with the mince. So now this mixture is sauteed for at least 4-5 minutes. What we'll do, we'll not cook it completely as we normally do in the gravies and all. We have this mince now. I'll add this mince into this. So we'll cook it along with the mince. Good taste will come. So just stir it. Your mince is inside this. Keep on stirring it so that it mixes well. So as you can see, it's so simple to make this stuffing for the samosas. So this keema is now cooking. We'll keep on stirring it in between. Now it's time to prepare the dough. So again, a very simple dough. The ratio would be for 200 grams of refined flour, we'll add around 70 to 100 grams of fat. Normally people don't use oil in this. You have to use fat, maybe butter or maybe clarified butter or any other fat. Vegetable fat will also do. So we have this refined flour here, somewhere around 2 cups I'm taking here. Then we have this great clarified butter. Now we have these carom seeds, ajwain. Normally carom seeds are added inside this dough to to give a nice flavor to it. We have this salt, just for the seasoning you can add some salt. Don't make it very salty because the stuffing would also be very salty. Just mix this clarified butter first with your hands so that you shorten up this refined flour. So this is called shortening of the flour. More of crusty things, the flour will not boil up. So to prevent the bubbles forming on the samosas, this shortening is added, and it's crusty also, it will give it nice crust. Now we will make the dough. Just put a little bit of water. Make sure the water you add is very cautiously, because if you add too much of water, this will not make a nice dough. So this, as you can see, the dough has to be a bit stiff and tough. So you can see this is forming here. Just mix it, press it and make a dough. So as you can see, the dough is not soft. I'm making it by pressing it a lot. So this is the only effort you have to make while making samosas, and that is the reason they are so tasty. So all the effort goes and it gives out nice, beautiful, crusty samosas. So now my dough is ready. I've kept it to rest for at least 10-15 minutes. In the meantime, what will happen, our mince of lamb is sauteed for a long time. Now what we'll do, we have to make it tender. There are two ways of making the lamb mince tender fast. One is the pressure cooking, that is the best way. And other, you keep on stirring it, because the mince is small part, so it will not take as much time a chunk of lamb will take. So as per your choice, if you want to keep on bunoing it, definitely you can. I'm adding some water to it. Don't add too much of water because we have to make the stuffing. So if there's too much of water, then we have to reduce it and bring it to the right consistency. So now we'll close the lid. So friends, now our mince of lamb, I've kept it in the pressure cooker. We'll normally, it will take around 10 to 15 minutes. Now it's time to make the twist of this recipe, the cones of samosa dough. So my samosa dough, as I've shown you, it's ready now. Leave it to rest for 10 minutes when you have made it, because it will become more homogeneous and the mixture of the dough will be more soft and easy to handle. So now this is here. The benefit of hard dough is, you will see, so when you will roll it, it will not stick to anything. So if the dough would have been softer or there's more of water, so when you will roll it, it will stick, it will need some flour to make it. So this is the identification of a nice dough. So friends, we have this thing here. Now what we'll do, we have to make the cones of this. So now, as we do in samosa, just press them on the sides. Now to make the cones, normally we add the stuffing, we fold it, and then the samosa is done. What I've done here is, I have these potatoes here, which I've cut into different sizes so that this will help this cone to fry nicely. Because if I'll put this cone directly into the oil without any stuffing, the sheet will come together and it will not be a cone. So we have these potatoes inside this, and just place them straight like this in the hot oil. So now we have been frying these cones. I have fried 7-8 cones now. So on a very low flame, you have to fry these cones so that they get nice color evenly from all sides. And keep on mixing them, because it's not stuffed inside, it's not samosa entirely. It's just the dough of samosa, and we are creating a new dish that is called Keema samosa cones. So now these cones are almost done. Close the gas. So you have to take it on a tissue paper, because these cones must have taken a lot of oil inside, because there's a cavity here. These cones outside. So now these cones are fried. What we'll do, we'll take out these potatoes, or you can do one thing, you keep them upside down like this and let them cool for some time. Now we have minced of lamb, which I have pressure cooked for 15-20 minutes. I think it's tender now. So what we have to do, as you can see here, it has some gravy to it, so we have to dry this. So on a high flame, just keep on stirring it. Now as you can see, our mince of lamb is dry and it's accurate for stuffing into the samosas. So what we'll do, we'll close this flame. Now we have these samosa which are cool. So as you remember, we have stuffed these potatoes to give the shape of cone. So with a knife, take out these potatoes. So friends, our cones are ready now, and we have this mince of lamb which we have dried. So now this is a beautiful bowl I have. So a very simple way to garnish it and do the presentation, because presentation is very important. So we have these onion rings here. The beautiful cones, I have stuffed them with mince of lamb. So what we have to do, we have to place them like this. So stuff it like this into the cavity. We'll stuff with mince of lamb. So now we have stuffed these cones. So this is our keema samosa cones now ready. Garnish as you want. So this is just one way of garnishing it. We have these beautiful coriander sprigs. So place them like this. So friends, this is our beautiful keema samosa cones now ready. Beautiful taste, cones stuffed with keema. A new version of samosa which we have now. So just enjoy with any kind of beverage you like. Thank you so much.